Come on up, future yes man.
I'm not feeling very well. I've been in bed asleep for 2 days solid, and that's on the back of a grand adventure. Going up high and hitting a crash. So it goes back a few weeks ago when Simon Hobbs of FreeSource has been an avid viewer of my Drupal news videos and reached out and offered to sponsor my trip to DrupalCon Singapore, to head over to Singapore, and such wonderful great news, such a great opportunity.
Someone talked you into coming here today, didn't they?
Yes.
And at the stage I'm in, a part of one of my recent choices I've made for my life is to live a just say yes lifestyle.
Say it again. Yes! Make me believe it!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yeah!
So the poignancy of that, I just said yes, I'm going to do that. Now the situation was that my passport had expired. DrupalCon Singapore, here we come. I've got here my passport that I've just picked up from the post office, which I had to order in expedited because I'm going to need my passport to go. And he booked the flights to Singapore, and then I had to book flights to Sydney. Now, I'm also in this journey of leaving the corporate world and setting out on my own to create this channel to build something up for myself. Yes! And so cost me around about $700 to get my passport renewed. Happen to have it here. Here's my passport, cost me $700. And so there was a few days there where that was the only thing that was on my mind. Just after that, the stress of just turning around, dropping everything I was doing and getting this sorted. I got sick. I started with a sore throat, went down for a couple of days, came good just in time to go down to Sydney. Stayed at a mate's place down in Sydney. Was good to go back to see an old friend. Might have a little bit of a clip of that here.
Free bucket hat.
Bucket hat.
Bucket.
And went off to the DrupalCon. So the DrupalCon was pretty cool. We got to see the Drees notes. I was walking around with my camera most of the time, attending the key events, the important events like the Drees notes, and there was other updates from the teams of the Drupal CMS initiative, the new Drupal CMS product that's coming out, walking around doing the hallway track, talking to people out in the hallway, enjoying the food. The food was amazing. Touching base, amazing to see the amount of Australians that were there to support the Drupal Asia. Was fantastic.
Well, that's the end of day one. This is the release candidate party for Drupal CMS. Having a few beers down here, hanging out with people, having a chat. Lots of people I know from Australia having a good time. It's the end of day one, 2 more to go.
Day 2, I was exhausted and I was just tired.
Well, it's been a big couple of days so far. I am tired, and we're just getting ready for the closing ceremony. We've had some great talks yesterday from Drees, lots and lots of Drupal CMS discussions. Just had a great chat about the Experience Builder, some great notes to put onto that. Got the news video coming, very exciting, and we'll get this news video together. Closing ceremony, here we come.
I hung out with a few people in the afternoon. We went and had dinner at the Hawker Lane up there, the Hawker Street, which was amazing. It's just such a massive, like a food court, but absolutely massive. I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
In the, I don't know where we are. We're in the Singapore food court. Look, this is massive. Look around, food everywhere.
and then got up the next day, and day 3 pushed a bit to try and get a bit more content.
Well, it's day 3 today. It's going to be contribution day. Yesterday was a blur. I was so tired, and I've taken some footage. I don't know if I spoke to the camera or what yesterday. It was a hard day to get through, and but I'm up. It's early this morning. You can see it's still fairly dark. It's 6:30. It's contribution day. The morning of the contribution day is booked out. There was a waiting list, so I'm going to make use of that morning this morning to go and explore breakfast. I'm up early. Oh, so dark. Well, I bought myself some Maccas and I've been walking home with it. It's probably getting cold. Gonna head back to my hotel room, sit down, enjoy my breakfast, and look through all these videos and see how we go. Checked out of the hotel just to go and get that sorted, and I'm headed down to where the contribution day is happening.
$2 a.m. flight out of Singapore. It's like 2:10 a.m. in the morning. I was absolutely zonked.
It was 9 o'clock now, and I've arrived at Terminal 3 at Changi Airport, and my flight's at 2:10 a.m. So I've just been walking around here in the food court having a look. I might head over to Terminal 1 and see what's there.
I was falling asleep on the floor in the airport. Sat on the plane for 7.5 hours. Landed in Sydney, was there for a couple of hours.
I am outside this pub. I've landed in Sydney and got a few hours to kill, just a couple, before my flight. Just here, it looks great. I'm gonna go in there and grab myself a steak and sit down and really enjoy that. I definitely want to get a steak and a drink. Thanks, mate. And sit down and enjoy myself. And then I'll be heading home, and it's time to just get back to the way of things. Start working on putting this video together. Almost done. It's almost over.
I don't know how I've done. I've come back here into Sydney now, long trip home. Came back and sort of slept really comfy in my own bed on the night that I got back after travelling 7 hours. I switched over to a flight back up to the Northern Rivers. Landed in the Gold Coast, where I got a lift back from the Gold Coast to my hometown where I'm staying, and rested up and slept for the day, and was pretty much okay for the next day. Went out and saw some friends, and then on Saturday morning I just woke up again. Same symptoms as before I left. The sore throat coming on, quickly got sick, went down for 2 days. I thought I'd be in bed all day again today. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is when I've only got up around about 1 o'clock today. I'm not feeling well at all. I find that timing interesting, that working through getting the passport done, and then I got sick, and then I went on the trip to Singapore, and that really took it out of me, and now I've got sick again, and I've got things to do. I feel like I'm behind on things. Simon's said to me straight out, right, with this sponsorship to Singapore, he said, there's no obligation to create any particular content. I just thought you should be there for your Drupal news videos, which I appreciate so much, but there's a certain personal level of wanting to give back, right? And I do really want to make a great video, a great result of having gone to Singapore. There's a lot I want to get out of it. I want to use that to make more content. And so the plan for me is that I think I'm just going to make a normal Drupal news video like I always do, and have a segment on there that refers to the Singapore conference, and drop a teaser in there for another upcoming video. I can get a few videos out of the same bits of footage and content. I can do my news video as I normally do and put a Singapore segment in that. I can then do a vlog style one and then pull some bits of content and maybe do a proper deep dive review of what went down and what the key points, takeaways from that event were. Pardon me. I'm not really well. This video is an effort in me just doing something and creating something and getting that message out there. A bit of a lesson about, hey, look, you're not going to be up all the time. And that's for me, because a big part of my theme on my channel is letting go of perfectionism, being willing to make bad videos. And these are both lessons that I am consistently learning over and over and over again. Resistance of putting a bad video up. That's like the more subscribers you get, even on 100. Now that I've clicked 100, I start going, oh, but don't want to lose them. It's funny how it gets to you. My particular philosophy is just make content every day, and I don't do it. A little lesson in, hey, look, things are going to come, things will go up and down. I mean, if you're out on a journey trying to build yourself, you're not going to be up all the time. Challenges are going to come. You're going to get sick. You're going to go down. But I want to do these other videos on the side like these ones to show a bit of behind the scenes of what's going on and what challenges there are. Everyone loves it's the whole social media thing. You hear about that. Everyone puts their best foot forward. Look out for my next Drupal news video. Thank you for being with me. See you next time.